in the heart of Japan's ancient past, where honor and duty were as immutable as the sunrise, there lived a samurai named Masamune. His life was a tapestry woven with the threads of tradition, loyalty, and an unwavering commitment to the Bushido, the way of the warrior. This was a man whose existence was not merely lived, but carved out of stone, each day a testament to resilience, each breath a meditation on honor. It is said that the true spirit of the samurai lay not in the clanging of their armor nor the flash of their swords, but in the quiet moments of contemplation that shaped their lives. And so we find Masamune at one such moment. The sun has dipped behind the distant mountains, leaving the sky a pale violet. The wind stirs the bamboo groves outside his residence, carrying the faint scent of pine and fallen leaves. The house itself, built of dark timber and paper screens, stands quietly, its sliding doors closed against the chill of early evening. Within this sanctuary of wood and paper, the household moves slowly, their steps echoing the quiet dignity of their master. A low lamp burns in the main hall, casting warm circles of light on polished wooden floors. Shadows dance on the walls, stretching and shrinking as the light flickers. It is a scene of tranquil domesticity, a world away from the clash of steel and the shouts of battle. And yet, even here, the essence of the samurai persists. For look at Masamune as he walks within his home. Each step is deliberate, measured, like a warrior pacing for his attack. His sword, even here, is at his side, a constant companion. He checks the doors, ensuring the safety of his home, a reflex born of years of training. Outside, the small garden that stretches toward the courtyard rustles softly in the evening breeze, a place of beauty and tranquility, yet never neglected. Even now, he sees to its upkeep, walking the stone path, its coolness a welcome contrast to the warmth of the house. The sound of his sandals on stone is quiet, respectful, a counterpoint to the whispering leaves. He moves with the grace of a dancer, the strength of a tree rooted deep in the earth. The faint rustle of leaves accompanies each careful movement, each footstep a whisper of sound. Inside, a servant prepares a simple meal: steamed rice, pickled vegetables, and a small piece of grilled fish. The scent drifts through the house, mingling with the faint smoke from the hearth. It is a humble offering, yet in this quiet act of creation, there is a reflection of the samurai's own discipline. The kitchen, though humble, is a place of order, each utensil in its place, each ingredient measured and respected. The soft glow of the hearth dances on the rough-hewn beams above, lending a sense of intimacy to the space. Through open doorways, glimpses of other parts of the house come into view. The low table and chairs for guests, the alcove with its hanging scroll, the place for flowers, or perhaps a seasonal decoration. Each space is designed for function and beauty. As evening deepens, the sounds of the city drift in, the distant rumble of a stream, the faint cry of a bird. But here, in this secluded world of wood and stone, they are muted, filtered through the paper screens. They become part of a subtle background music to the samurai's life. In the corner, A child practices writing carefully on a thin sheet of paper. The brush strokes are deliberate, soft, like the first tentative steps of a young warrior learning his art. The rustle of the brush on paper is a quiet counterpoint to the murmur of the wind outside. The boy concentrates, his brow furrowed in concentration, oblivious to the world beyond his task. The paper, though thin, is a battleground. Each stroke is a test of will, each character a victory. The samurai's wife sits quietly on a tatami mat, her back straight, her hands moving with practiced grace. She is embroidering a silk kimono, her needle flashing in the lamplight like a miniature sword. With each stitch, she brings the design to life, her fingers brushing the thread with the tenderness of a mother and the precision of a craftswoman. A soft, low tune hums from her lips, almost imperceptible, yet a testament to the artistry that infuses every aspect of her life. The melody seems to blend with the murmur of the wind, creating a soothing harmony that echoes the tranquility of the evening. The loom creaks rhythmically, a steady heartbeat in the quiet room. Outside, the garden is shadowed, yet still visible through the open veranda. It is a study in contrasts, moss-covered stones, gnarled trees, a small koi pond with its gentle ripple. Even in the gathering darkness, its beauty is undeniable, a reminder of nature's timeless elegance. The garden is not merely a backdrop, but a living part of the samurai's world, a source of solace and inspiration. As twilight deepens, the household gathers in the main hall for tea. A servant, with movements honed by years of practice, pours hot water over powdered matcha, whisking it to a froth. The simple act is a ritual, each movement precise, each gesture imbued with respect. The tea, bitter yet soothing, fills the cups. Hands cup the warmth, fingers tracing the familiar contours of the bowls. It is a moment of shared quietude, a pause in the day's activities, a time for contemplation before the day sinks into night. No loud discussions are held during this time. Words are measured, respectful, almost ceremonial. The silence is not awkward, but comfortable, allowing each person to savor the flavors of the tea and the quiet beauty of the gathering. Then, as if emerging from a dream, the sounds of the dojo reach them, wooden swords striking against posts, the shout of young voices, the soft thud of bodies moving in unison. It is a symphony of controlled power, a testament to the samurai's dedication to their art. The older samurai sit watching, their faces etched with the wisdom of years, their eyes sharp and keen. They rise to correct posture with a quiet gesture, their instructions low and calm, like the rustling of leaves in a timeless melody. Outside, the moon rises, casting a silvery light that spills across the courtyard. It paints the smooth surfaces of stone lanterns with ethereal glow, highlighting the gentle ripple of water in the koi pond. The garden, veiled in moonlight, takes on a new dimension. Shadows stretch and shrink, transforming the familiar into something magical and mysterious. The moon, a silent observer, casts its spell over the samurai's world, infusing it with an otherworldly charm. The sounds of the dojo continue, a steady rhythm in the night. Forms are repeated, movements refined, each strike of wood on wood echoing the beat of a warrior's heart. The younger samurai, their faces illuminated by the lamplight, move with precision and grace, their every step a testament to their discipline, their every strike a reflection of their inner strength. The evening deepens. The scent of pine and fallen leaves lingers in the air, carried on the soft caress of the night wind. The moon climbs higher, bathing the courtyard in its silvery light. The sound of a distant temple bell tolls softly, marking the passage of time. Here, in the heart of the samurai's home, the essence of Bushido finds its purest expression, not in the polished armor or the gleaming katana, but in the quiet dignity of everyday life. From the measured steps of a meditative walk to the precise strokes of calligraphy, from the rhythmic practice of swordplay to the simple grace of preparing tea, every action is a brushstroke on the canvas of a life well lived. In the heart of the samurai, honor and duty are not just words. They are a way of being. They are the sculptor's tools that shape every facet of his existence, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. The silence of the night was a welcome guest tonight, settling into the home with quiet grace. By midnight, the household grows quieter. Only the lamp in the main hall and a few lanterns along the veranda remain lit. The samurai walks slowly outside, feeling the chill of the night air on his skin. The bamboo groves sway gently, and the sound of wind in the leaves is soft, almost like whispers. In a small room, the youngest children sleep beneath thin futons, breathing steadily, shadows of their dreams flickering behind closed eyelids. Their guardian watches over them silently, seated on a mat, the faint sound of his breathing in rhythm with the night. In another room, the wife continues embroidering, though her motions are slower, more deliberate, as if the quiet night has made her hands even more careful. The silk thread glimmers faintly in the lamplight, tiny reflections dancing on the polished floor. The samurai returns to the veranda, sitting quietly to gaze at the moon. Its reflection shimmers across the koi pond, broken only by the movement of fish or the falling of a single leaf. He breathes slowly, counting each inhale and exhale, his mind calm. Thoughts of battles, duty, and honor drift away like the ripples in the water. From the dojo, the faint sound of wood scraping stone carries across the courtyard. A student, unable to sleep, practices quietly, the rhythm of his movements echoing softly. The samurai watches for a moment, then nods approvingly before returning to his reflection in the water. The night deepens further. Stars appear in the sky, distant and faint, like points of fire. The wind carries the soft scent of pine and earth through the sliding screens. Even the insects seem hushed, as if aware of the solemn calm within the household. When dawn approaches, the samurai remains on the veranda a while longer, letting the last moments of night seep into him. The household will stir soon, children waking, servants beginning their tasks, the dojo filling with the sounds of practice. But for now, all is still. Lanterns flicker low, koi swim in lazy circles, and a samurai household rests in the calm embrace of darkness. With that, the household sleeps fully. Every corner of the residence, every mat, every paper screen, holds the quiet memory of the night. The moon retreats behind clouds. The wind drifts gently through bamboo, and a samurai sleeps in the calm embrace of darkness. A samurai household rests in the calm embrace of darkness. A samurai sleeps in the calm embrace of darkness. For centuries, the art of war has been a critical part of a samurai's life. Masters like Sun Tzu have laid out strategies and tactics, so incisive they're still studied today. But what happens when the battle is done? What is a samurai's life after victory? Tonight we peel back another layer of this iconic warrior, exploring the rarely seen world of a samurai. After a hard-won battle, when the armor is removed and the swords are sheathed, revealing the depth and complexity of their lives beyond the battlefield. Join us as we uncover the secrets of a samurai's post-battle existence, where honor, duty, and peace intertwine. When the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the compound, the air buzzed with the energy of anticipation. A group of samurai stood poised, ready to depart. Their faces, weathered by countless battles, were etched with determination. Their leader, a stoic figure of authority, addressed his men. His voice, though gruff, carried an undeniable respect, a testament to his years of service and countless victories. The mission had been arduous, the enemy fierce, but the outcome was worth it. They had triumphed. Now, as the moon replaced the sun, they prepared to return home. As they rode back to the estate, the air grew heavy with the scent of pine from the surrounding forest. It was a familiar fragrance that brought with it a sense of homecoming. Soon, the familiar gates of their lord's manor came into view. Relief and joy washed over them, not just because of the impending rest, but also because of the warmth that radiated from within those gates. As they dismounted, the rhythmic clang of a blacksmith's hammer echoed from the far corner of the estate. It was a comforting sound, a lullaby that spoke of the steady heartbeat of life that continued regardless of their battles. The sight that greeted them as they walked through the entry gates was one of serene beauty. The gardens were meticulously maintained, the flowers in full bloom, and the koi carp gracefully swam in the central pond. Their movements as graceful as the samurai once were in battle. This moment of tranquility was a stark contrast to the chaos and bloodshed they had just left behind. Their lord's manor wasn't just a place of solace. It was a microcosm of society. Servants bustled about, ensuring every need was met. Courtesans with painted faces and graceful postures entertained guests in the upper halls. The young lord, with his tousled hair and inquisitive eyes, ran through the corridors, his laughter echoing with the joy of youth. At the heart of the manor was the Dojo, a place where the spirit of Bushido, the way of the samurai, was kept alive. Here, the clan's young members trained rigorously, their shouts and the rhythmic clash of wooden swords providing a constant soundtrack to their growth. For the older samurai, it was a place of nostalgia, each strike of a practiced sword echoing memories of their own youth. In the evenings, the samurai would gather in the main hall. The tatami mats were their battleground now, not for combat, but for intense discussions of strategy and tactics. The flickering light of the braziers danced in their eyes as they dissected past battles, sharing stories of valor and loss. These were the moments when decisions were made, alliances were forged, and strategies were planned for the future. Yet amidst this whirl of activity, there was a corner of the manor that remained untouched, a sanctuary reserved for the Lord. Here, the worries of the world melted away, and he could simply be a man, with his armor removed and his sword sheathed. He would sit for hours, lost in the pages of a book. Sometimes he would be joined by his wife, her presence a calming influence in his life, her quiet companionship as comforting as the finest silk. One of the most exquisite aspects of a samurai's life was the tea ceremony. More than just a ritual of serving tea, it was a meditation on life, a reminder of the ephemeral beauty that surrounded them. The precise movements, the quiet focus, and the simple pleasure of a well-brewed cup were a balm to the soul, soothing the wounds both visible and invisible. For many samurai, the battlefield was a necessary evil, a duty to be fulfilled, but not a place they truly desired to be. The beauty of their homes, the comfort of their families, and the quiet dignity of their way of life were what gave meaning to their existence. It was a life of contrasts, of duty and desire, of war and peace, of honor and humility. And yet, despite these contrasts, there was a seamless flow, a harmony that only the samurai, with their deep sense of purpose and unwavering discipline, could achieve. For them, it wasn't about choosing one aspect over the other, but integrating them into a whole, creating a life that was both epic and intimate, fierce and serene, a life that was truly their own. Amongst the towering walls and intricate gardens, the samurai found solace and strength in the laughter of their children, the love of their wives, and the quiet dignity of their way of life. They were warriors, yes, but they were also husbands, fathers, and members of a community. Their lives weren't just defined by battles and victories, but by the beauty and balance they found in every aspect of their existence. The samurai life was a tapestry woven with threads of honor, duty, and a quiet, unwavering strength. While the world saw them as invincible warriors, they too were human, finding solace in the simplest of joys, and their humanity was what made them truly formidable. When they returned home after a hard-fought battle, they didn't just shed their armor, they also shed the burdens of war, leaving them behind in the silent fields of conflict. They came back to the warmth of family, the comfort of routine, and the beauty of a life well lived. Their homes weren't just places of residence, they were sanctuaries of peace, where the echoes of battle faded away, replaced by the gentle rhythm of everyday life. In the soft glow of lamplight, amidst the tranquil beauty of their surroundings, they found respite from the chaos of war. They engaged in intellectual pursuits, finding solace in books and engaging in deep discussions that challenged and inspired them. These moments of quiet contemplation were crucial for them. allowing them to process their experiences and reaffirm their sense of purpose. Moreover, they recognized the importance of giving back. They shared their knowledge and skills, mentoring younger generations and imparting the lessons they had learned on the battlefield and in life. They understood that true strength lay not just in themselves, but also in the strength of their community. And let's not forget the profound impact their spouses had on their lives. Samurai women were often admired for their intelligence, grace, and unwavering support. They managed the household affairs with efficiency and dignity, providing a stable and nurturing environment for their families. The bond between the samurai and his wife was one of mutual respect and trust, with the wife often acting as a wise counsel to her husband. Most importantly, they cherished the simple pleasures of life, finding joy in nature, art, and the company of loved ones. They appreciated the beauty of a blooming flower, the delicate taste of tea, and the warmth of a crackling fire. These moments of simplicity were what made life worth living, reminding them of the preciousness of each moment. They navigated the complexities of life with composure and grace. They understood that true strength lay not just in physical prowess, but also in mental fortitude. They faced challenges head-on, making decisions that honored their values and protected their way of life. Through it all, they remained steadfast, their spirits unbroken. Samurai households were also deeply rooted in tradition, respecting and preserving their cultural heritage. They followed ancient customs and rituals, keeping alive the cultural legacy of their ancestors. This sense of continuity provided a strong foundation for their families and a connection to their past. So when a samurai returned home after a battle, he wasn't just coming back to a house. He was returning to a sanctuary of peace, a testament to the balance and beauty that defined his life. The armor might have been heavy and the battles fierce, but the solace of home made it all worthwhile. As the years passed, the samurai's tales became legendary, spoken of in hushed tones around crackling fires, their exploits serving as inspiration and guidance for generations to come. Yet they never forgot where their strength truly lay, in the quiet dignity of their daily lives, in the bonds of family, and in the unwavering pursuit of peace.